Parliament has passed the anti-homosexuality bill, which is on the president's desk to be signed into law. This has angered a lot of LGBTQ groups all over the world. And right now we are coming to you from one of the United Nations offices here in the capital city, Pretoria, where there is a protest by the group. Well, I'm actually joined now by members of the religious group to actually voice their discontent regarding this particular bill. Thank you so much for your time. What do you think of this particular bill, which the president is yet to sign into law?
So there's a long history of religion and tradition being used against marginalized groups. The Bible was used to justify slavery. In South Africa, it was used to justify apartheid. It's been used to justify the submission of women. This is just another example of religious texts and traditions being used against marginalized people. And I think it's terrible.
Yes, but to a certain extent there was a context where someone would argue that in the Bible there was Adam and Eve. What do you think of that particular argument?
I think that the Bible is a book which is open to interpretation and that you can make it do just about anything you want it to do. But I think that we are all created in the image of God.
Okay. Well, as you heard, that's Reverend Tony Kruger as Ayeba Zibwe. And right now I'm going to speak to Reverend Nogutula Dladla. Reverend, thank you so much for your time. You're also an African in terms of what is happening around us, and also there's culture, that comes into play. As an African, what is your whole interpretation of what is happening there in Uganda?
I think what is happening there in Uganda is not okay, because none of us has created anyone. God created all of us equally so, and we are here in this world. We all have rights. We all are equal in the eyes of God. So I think it is unfair for people to decide on other people because of the fact that they are different. God created us to be different. If God wanted one set of people or one set of things, God could have created all of us to be the same. But we are not the same. We have black people, white people, gray people, tall people, short people, and everyone. Because that is the reason why we have to really stand together and be human, all of us. I think that is unfair for people who have to be living in hiding, living in fear, because other human beings have made a decision that this is okay for other people to be discriminated, killed and raped and everything evil that is happening in that. So I stand here to say we are all created in the image of God. None of us has created anyone.
Reverend Tony, if I may come back to you again, what do you think about the conservative members of the religious groups who feel that, their view is the way the religious groups should go?
So the religion is contested. Now, there are many points of view, and as Noctula has just pointed out, God made diversity. God made us all different, and that applies to points of view as well. I think that we need to be having more conversations with each other across these divides so that we can arrive at a shared understanding of what it means to be a human being.